Have you ever realized the true value of something only after it's gone? We've all been there, taking for granted the love and support that's always been a constant in our lives. This story is a powerful reminder of that. A tale of a boy who kept taking from the one who gave him everything, until the universe, in its own mysterious way, taught him the true price of forgetting love. Once upon a time, nestled in a quiet, peaceful village, there stood a magnificent, ancient tree. This tree wasn't just old, it was full of life, and its greatest joy was a little boy named Arun. Every single day, Arun would play under its sprawling shade. He'd climb its sturdy branches, laughing as he reached for the sky. He'd feast on its sweet, juicy fruit until his belly was full, and when he was tired, he'd lean against its strong trunk and drift off to sleep. The tree loved the boy with all its heart. Whenever Arun came, the tree felt truly alive, its leaves rustling with happiness. Their bond was pure, simple, and beautiful. But time, as it always does, marched on. The little boy grew into a teenager, then a young man. His world expanded beyond the village and the old tree. He discovered new friends, new ambitions, and his visits became less and less frequent. The tree waited patiently, its leaves whispering his name on the wind, but Arun was too busy chasing the horizon. One day, after a long absence, Arun returned. He was no longer the carefree child who played in its shade, but a young man with the weight of the world on his shoulders. He stood before the tree, his face etched with worry. "Tree," he said, his voice heavy, "I need money. I want to build a good life for myself, to see the world, but I have nothing." The tree, overjoyed to see him, but saddened by his troubles, replied softly, its voice like the rustling of leaves, "I don't have money, my dear boy, but I have my fruits. They are sweet and plentiful. Take them all, go to the market, and sell them. It will give you the start you need." Arun's eyes lit up. Without a second thought, he harvested every last piece of fruit from the tree's branches. He filled his baskets, his mind already racing with plans and possibilities. With a quick, distracted thank you, he left, his back turned to the now bare tree. He left happily, and for a very long time, he never came back. The tree stood, patient and waiting, through season after season of loneliness. Years rolled by. The tree grew older, its bark more weathered. Then one afternoon, a man walked up the familiar path. It was Arun, now he looked tired, his dreams heavier than before. He stood before the tree, the same way he had all those years ago. "Tree," he said, with a sigh, "I built a life, but now I need a home. I need a house to shelter my family, a place to call my own." The tree, though its heart ached from his long absence, did not hesitate. "Cut my branches," it said, its voice weaker now, but still full of love. "They are strong and thick. Use them to build your home. They will keep you and your family warm and safe." And so, Arun did. He brought an axe and, one by one, he chopped down the tree's mighty branches, the very ones he had climbed as a boy. He worked tirelessly, focused only on his goal. He hauled the timber away, leaving the tree as nothing more than a lonely trunk, exposed to the elements. And once again, he forgot about the tree, lost in the construction of his new life. More time passed. The seasons came and went. The tree had no fruits to offer, no branches to give shade. It was just a stump, a shadow of its former glory. The villagers would pass by, shaking their heads at the sight, remembering the magnificent giant it once was. Then, one dark and stormy night, a figure stumbled through the rain. It was Arun, But he was an old man now, frail and bent. His clothes were tattered, and his face was a road map of hardship and regret. He had chased wealth, success, and status, but in the end, he had found himself alone and empty. He collapsed beside the tree's stump, the cold rain mixing with the tears on his cheeks. He leaned against the weathered wood, the last remnant of his oldest friend, and whispered into the wind, "I had it all. The money, the house, the reputation. I chased everything the world told me was important, but in the process, I lost what truly mattered. I lost peace. I lost love. I lost myself." From the very heart of the wood, a gentle voice seemed to rise, a faint echo of the love it once held. "My dear boy, I am sorry. I have nothing left to give you, no fruit to feed you, no branches to shelter you. All I have are my old roots, but you can rest here. Rest your weary head against me, and my roots will keep you safe and grounded for a while." At that moment, the weight of a lifetime of selfishness crashed down on Arun. Tears streamed down his face as he finally, truly understood. The tree had been like a parent, giving and giving without ever asking for anything in return. It had given him its fruit for wealth, its branches for a home, and now, its very foundation for comfort. And he had only ever taken. He hugged the cold, wet stump and sobbed, a sound of pure, heart-wrenching regret. Years later, Arun passed away, his final days spent by the side of the old stump. But the story doesn't end there. In the spring that followed, right beside the old, weathered wood, a tiny green sapling pushed its way through the soil, reaching for the sun. The villagers who saw it would smile and nod knowingly. They said it was Arun's soul, returned to the earth, not to take, but to give, to grow and provide shade, to offer fruit, and to care for the spot that had always cared for him. Karma, they say, always finds a way to complete the circle of love. This story teaches us that the greatest gifts in life, family, and unwavering support are not commodities to be used up and discarded. They are treasures to be cherished. Sometimes, we only learn this lesson when it's almost too late. So, let me ask you, what is one thing in your life right now that you truly grateful for? Something you might have been taking for granted. Let us know in the comments below. Your story might just be the reminder someone else needs to hear today. Thank you so much for joining us for this story. If it touched your soul, please give this video a like. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more stories that make you think and feel. We'll see you in the next one.